Women have no choice in periods, birthing, pregnancy, nurturing life, no choice. But for some reason, men, they think they have a choice in protecting and serving. Huh? You guys don't have a choice. Okay, just like we don't have a choice because of our body's natural reaction, you guys should not have a choice either on protecting and serving women and choosing who and whether or not you protect or you serve them.
Um, we absolutely have a choice. I think we are living in a society that's showing women that, yeah, men have a choice, especially when we've been told we don't need you. So I don't think that it's gone away, that protection's gone away. I think men just have become exclusive, right? That's all it become. It's became exclusive. And I absolutely hope this is a satire because if this is someone's actual thought process, I find this kind of sad, right? Because what you do naturally, you can choose to get pregnant. It's not a thing that happens at a specific time. So that's not something that would make become equivalent to something a men should do all the time. Again, it all just comes down to choice. If you want to be protected by a man, then there's got to be some sort of equal and opposite sort of relationship that you guys have. Men are just not protecting you, and I want to say to the extreme degree of possibly putting their life in jeopardy for you simply because you bleed and give birth. We to be honest, I don't know if we ever lived in that time where one's life was so subordinate to the other in everyday scenarios and everyday situations. Outside of something like the Titanic and natural disasters, it's women and children's first. And that I think that was absolutely the case because we wanted to preserve, the preserve our society, preserve humanity, preserve the race. But right now, I think there's enough of us. Right? There's enough of us that if you or I go missing, and we're gone, that humanity's not in any type of danger from not being able to continue on. Before we do a deeper dive into this one, guys, hit the like button, leave a comment, subscribe, share the video if you feel so inclined, or share another video, just share it. Um, Hit the notification bells because if you stumbled upon this video and you actually subscribe to the channel, thank you. Then the notification bell is off. I've had a number of people already tell me that that's the case. And I want you guys to, I want to hear your opinions, hear your thoughts about some of these videos. And I don't know if it's something in the air, but as of late, like the last 3 days, more comments have been coming in. So that feels really good seeing that the pages, people are interacting with the page with their own stories and their own ideas about what's going on. Speaking of which, if you feel so inclined and you want me to look at a video because you want a subscriber request a video, my email's in the description and you can always send it there. I'll look at it, review it. Several, you know, subscribers have already done that. Some of the OGs on the page. Shout out to you guys. You guys give me a lot of great ideas for tops to cover, and sometimes sort of relief videos are sent. Palette cleansers and those are super appreciated. So yeah, let's play this one back and see what we can see.
Women have no choice in periods, birthing, pregnancy, nurturing life, no choice.
So we know, you know, flat out, there's plenty of choice, right? That's what the feminist movement has been about. At its core, at its core, right? We can say it's about choice, about giving women the same type of choices and opportunities that men have had. The effects of it, that could be a total another video with people that are better versed, well versed in this, or with something I could do after time, a copious amount of research time. But for this video, for just refuting what she's saying, yes, you have a choice. You have a choice of whether to get pregnant. You have a choice whether to keep the pregnancy. You have a choice of being nurturing. We have the default setting that women are nurturing, and yes, for the majority of it's fine saying that. I'm fine giving that blanket statement for the majority are. But all these are choices. All these are choices. So it doesn't mean that because this is a choice or this is something that you don't have a choice in. That's why there should be some sort of reciprocal on the male end.
But for some reason, men, they think they have a choice in protecting and serving.
The serving is a part is a bit of a part, and I know probably someone has already tuned off because that wasn't addressed almost immediately. Yeah, serving that's a hard one. It reminds me of the movie 300. when Leonidas and Xerxes told him, just bend the knee. It's like, man, he's got a problem with this. This trick knee. Can't bend that. That's not how men would view it off the bat. Serving your family, I think men find nobility in that. Some stranger, right? We have not, and no one has worked this hard in their life, have gone through their own struggles, have overcome adversity, and year in, year out. Some people have faced the worst things in their lives just to serve someone else because of their gender. That doesn't make sense. If we don't have a familiar relationship, then there's no real protection. Right? There's I can offer help, I can offer assistance, but there's always going to be a line in the sand that's drawn when it comes down to sacrificing my life for yours, or putting myself in a position that is so disadvantageous that it hurts those that I have chosen to protect, or those that I've selected to protect. I think when at the core, outside, if men actually put words to some of these feelings that they have about protection, that would probably be the calculus that they're making. I literally can't afford to put my life on the line because the people that are relying on me, I would leave them in shambles because you have an expectation that a man should help. Yes, if we had a society in which we were all chivalrous and we all respected how chivalry is supposed to work, that there's a give and take because men are chivalrous to a certain to a lady, right? And I use that term specifically, lady, like in a classical sense. That's where the game, the back and forth, the push and pull of chivalry made sense in that relational dynamic. You protected them because of this, but we changed that. We've abandoned it. We blew it up. And if we're honest with each other, there's no going back to that. Right? There's no going back to the time when men used to do this. That day's gone. We don't have that society anymore. We have traded it in, whether or not we did it consciously or not, but we all made that tacit agreement. The chivalrous society is not one where I think we have real chance at reversing time and going back to, because we've never done that with anything societally. We've always sort of just advanced for greater, better or worse. We've always just sort of advanced forward. We've never stopped, paused, reset things, put genies back in the bottle. We've never done that, right? And you look at how quickly we're adopting certain things, say like AI, say like social media, how quickly we adopted that and placed that into the center of our lives. We never stopped and said, even when we were getting laws, this is kind of bad for you. This is kind of bad for the kids. For the kids, we don't stop and say, let's put it back in the bottle. We know that's not possible. So we just sort of march forward and hope we can piecemeal put something together that makes sense. But it never really does, right? So, a chivalrous society that you expected men to behave like they did in the days of the past, even if we just leave it alone and say, the common refrain for men is like, you are not women of the past. Men will typically fall in line with the thing they're chasing. If it requires me to get a degree to do the thing that I'm passionate about, the thing that I want, I'll do that. If it requires me to learn how to, ride, you know, you know, uh, um, a bicycle, with one wheel, I'll do that. Unicycle, right? I'll do these things that are arduous because it's going to get me to the thing that I want. If that thing is a woman and that type of lady is one, then men will fall in line. It may take time. It may be a generational, 2 generational thing, but that's how the die is sort of cast. If you want men to be more chivalrous, you have to be the lady that they see and they deem and say, this is worth that. Again, we've lost that. And I wish someone would do an accurate piece and go back and say, was it always as widespread as we think it is? Or are we romanticizing what it actually was? I think that'd be a very, very interesting thing to sort of do a deeper dive and look at. But the point is, those days are gone, right? We best get together and find how we want things to move forward. You want more chivalrous men? Cool. Tell men what they're going to get for said chivalry, and have it be an honest conversation, not the what do you bring to the table? I am the table. I am the prize. No. If you want X, tell tell men what you're willing to do. Same way, if men you want this type of woman, tell them what you're willing to do. Come to the negotiation table in good faith, not as a winner or a loser, and seeing how things are going. Because I think there is a loneliness epidemic. Whether or not men talk about it, whether or not men are more acclimated to being lonely, there is a very real chance and propensity for that to happen. The best we can do is have conversations with each other and say, I'm willing in good faith to do X, Y, and Z. And I think people are doing it, but we're not doing it on a massive sort of scale. People are doing that having successful relationships. They're doing that. Some people are doing it intrinsically, but we're not putting it on social media. It's not sexy. It's not funny. It doesn't get clicks. It doesn't get views. It doesn't get shares. It doesn't go viral. But that's probably the best bet you have at getting something out of a man or a woman that you really are looking for. Some people aren't going to be able to give you what you want, and that's fine. That's dating. Right? That's the purpose of dating, not simply because I like the way they look and I want to sleep with them. No, it's seeing if you have these qualities that make sense to search for it in one another. Having demands that saying that men should naturally be protectors and serve women is a great opening line to have you paying for half of the bill. Let me know what you think. And if you see videos on your screen, take a look. More importantly, if you listen to my sound of my voice right now, you watch the entire video and you have not subscribed, you're killing me. You're just killing me. I'll see you in the next one.